other interesting cultural news, you have CNN having major layoffs after their ratings tank, which, yeah, we'll see how culturally relevant CNN is. It's usually the butt of many jokes these days, but still people used to tune into it. Now, this comes with thanks to Alex Hammer, who's a writer at the Daily Mail, which they say, quote, CNN will act top stars in layoffs that will see hundreds fired as ratings continue to tank. Now, specifically, they say, quote, CNN is planning to wield the axe on some of its high-paid staff after dismal election ratings, the cap off a disastrous period for the cable news network. According to the explosive new report from Puck, news or network executives will unleash sweeping layoffs in a bid to save the network's flailing reputation, which, I mean, if reputation is so far down, could it really be salvaged at this point? Like, I know they got a new CEO, but was it 8 months ago? Made some changes, but yeah, there's such a leftist company. I mean, it's almost like trying to save Disney. When you fired anyone who disagreed with their culture or their policies, I don't really see, unless you gut the entire company, how you could possibly rebuild to make it less biased. Now, they say, quote, this comes after the departure of stalwart Chris Wallace, and senior report stars like Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper have both been denied raises, which, yeah, there's probably a reason for that. You're either losing money on them or they're not as profitable as they need to be. Now, they say there's no mention of who may be on the chopping block. The highest paid stars include Anderson Cooper, who makes $20 million a year, as well as Aaron Burnett at $6 million. And they say a rising star, debatably, Caitlin Collins at $3 million, which Anderson Cooper gets $20 million. Do people really tune in? Do people really tune in that much to him to justify that salary? Because again, they have to make a profit, like most businesses. So they must think he generates them 2 or 3x more in profit. I'd be really surprised if that was the case. They say, quote, in the next few months, I'm told CNN will implement another round of layoffs that will impact hundreds of employees across the organization. This is from reporter Dylan Byers, referencing CNN's recent 100-person layoff over the summer. The fresh round of firings will be more geared towards the production side of things. As a result, reporters and correspondents will be required to cover their slack, they said, describing how on-air workers will be asked to assume more of the responsibilities once handled by a team of producers and production assistants, which, let's be honest, once you get to this company size, there's also a lot of fat you can probably trim from the budget as well, in addition to inept employees. They say, quote, some of the on-air talent are likely to also be affected. Sources who spoke to a reporter who worked at CNN for 3 years before founding Puck added how the looming layoffs are part of an overarching plan, one that puts a premium on the station's digital platforms. The man behind it, they said, is none other than new CEO Mark Thompson, the former New York Times boss brought in to overhaul the network under its Warner Bros. Disney parent. The old BBC boss filled in this position left by languishing leaguer Chris Leitch this past August. Since then, the ratings have fallen more than 20%. So, not looking good for the new CEO for the ratings to drop 20%. That's Caitlin Collins? Really? Huh. Interesting. Although, I do like green, so I'm biased, I think. Well, at least the dress looks good. Now they say, quote, under Litch, the tenure that lasted a little over a year, the station fell from being the most watched cable's new network on election nights to one of the least, which alternative media won the election night. I mean, everyone was tuning in on Value Entertainment, on Louder Crowder, Daily Wire, Teamcast IRL, the Topping Show too. But yeah, you look where the audience was, it wasn't on legacy media. They say, quote, in 2016, when it headed a since ousted leaders Jeff Zucker, it was the most watched news network overall, a distinction that's now held by Fox News, which they've also fallen pretty far too. At the time, CNN had averaged 13.3 million viewers in primetime. Today, it's 800,000, which, yeah, I don't see how that's profitable or sustainable. They also know that Fox News, a lot of their top personalities are getting about 2.8 million during the prime time. So when Fox News is doing better than you know you're in trouble. And yeah, it looks like I don't think anyone's gonna miss them on social media. Now, going to social media, actually, Charlie Kirk reposting this when she said, quote, breaking CNN to fire stars, hundreds of staff as the network's ratings continue to tank. It got 1.8 million views and 44,000 likes, which Charlie Kirk, again, I think he's awesome. So I'm especially impressed getting 1.8 million views. Just his posts on social media is getting more views than, what is it, multi-million-dollar production companies, which, again, no, not to talk down about Charlie Kirk's production capabilities, but in terms of an ROI, a post on X got 1.8 million views, and, hundreds of millions of dollars production companies, they're getting barely 800,000 people to tune in. I know this is still art or like a still post or picture compared to a live video production, but his videos are getting more hits too. Which, yeah, further proof that I do believe that the legacy media is in fact dead. Now, I also got 44,000 likes. One of the first comments comes from David Sachs saying, quote, legacy media tried to destroy Trump. He destroyed them instead. Yep, getting 1.6 thousand likes. Planet of Memes, a little disappointed they did, in fact, did not respond in meme form, said, quote, they are welcome to come to X to become independent journalists, getting 210 likes, which some of the individual personalities might do that. Again, I'm sure some of them have cult following where they have their fans who follow them to a new platform. I'm not sure if that's enough to sustain it. If they trim their staffers, just, them and one or two other people, that might be sustainable from a business model. You also have Paul Zupa says, quote, great news for truth in America, getting, 607 likes. Elon Miles Chong says, good riddance to bad rubbish, getting 528 likes. The Texas one says, God is good, getting 54 likes. A little random, but still well perceived. Let's see. Thomas Musket says, also MSNBC is going up for sale according to Comcast president. Media is dead. Really getting 910 likes. Now, that being said, who the hell's going to buy them? I think they own the intellectual property for The Office. That's worth something. Kind of a crapshoot when it comes to production of media. You get lucky, you get a hit sitcom, that's going to make you money for many years. Most of them, unfortunately, are not winners. They certainly have that in their portfolio. I think they own the Peacock streaming platform, which is enjoyed by about approximately 18 to 24 people who pay for Peacock streaming. I'm not sure if that's enough. I don't know. Who would buy MSNBC? Maybe Amazon? They got nearly unlimited money. They might want their vault of media and intellectual property. Also have I Love American News saying CNN chooses poorly. And it says CNN, the most trusted name in Kamala Agenda, getting 208 likes. Sarah Smith says CNN is going down. It says this is CNN, where the truth doesn't matter and everything is made up, getting 351 likes. Let's see. Use Common Sense, spelled CENTS, interesting, says, quote, is it wrong that I love this so much, getting 269 likes? Red Wave Press says, quote, CNN is cleaning house, getting 239 likes. Anti-woke memes, A+, they did in fact respond in meme form, says CNN's fake news passed on. As a famous reporter who had safety goggles and a gas mask or safety respirator, and it's in front of a fire saying fury, but mostly peaceful protests after police shooting. That's one of the most famous instances. And they also have another picture that says some Trump supporters say America isn't a democracy. Yeah, mostly peaceful protests. And yet there's literally riots and fires behind the reporter. That's one of the most hilarious juxtapositions of reality versus CNN. It also got 330 likes. Anti-left memes says CNN is fake trash, passed on. It's I guess they inverted the C. So it says DNN, it says Disinformation News Network, getting 82 likes. Torsten Perstau says, quote, I don't mind sounding like a broken record. They simply should just shut down CNN. There's no need for propaganda TV. This Communist Hammer Sickle says, CNN is Communist News Network, getting 23 likes. Cameron Gilliam says, the legacy media is dead. We see the media now, and we the people are taking back our country, getting 74 likes. Which, yeah, when I talk to most people I know are enjoying media that's, I'd say individually produced or more of a niche produced in terms of the mainstream or as opposed to the mainstream. And I think it'd be interesting to see where the investment dollars go in terms of, do they start bolstering those companies so they can expand even more? Or will they just organically grow over time? Or how might that change production value? But yeah, not too surprised to see it. CNN's going to have even more layoffs. I mean, granted, after the 2020 election, their ratings dropped about 40 to 48%. And they just keep dropping more and more. I mean, one of the worst ROIs in history was CNN. They attempted to have an app, I think it was CNN Plus, and the acquisition cost for a customer, in terms of they had a free trial and see how many people convert to pay for it, and they pay for marketing, they lost the cost to get a customer is like $58,000 per customer, which is insane. You'll never make your money back. They obviously shut down the app later, or pretty soon after that. That's how woefully inept it is, and that's how few people would actually pay for CNN, let alone tune in and, I was going to say, enjoy it, perhaps tolerate the content. But let me know, do you think they'll find gainful employment at a competitor? Do you think the industry the industry itself, in terms of just the mainstream media, just decrease in size? Well, I would say it's already less efficient, but in size and scale? Let me know in the comments, because as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.